Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to make this top and how to make a loose fitting according to your size. I will teach you a technique to put beads for the neck part to give it a little different look. So it's just one row repeat and you can get it for your size, whichever size you want. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, for this project I'm going to use cotton yarn by Magic Needles. It is one super fine, okay, 100% cotton. Okay, these are the instructions here. Even this ones, and these are the hook size. Okay, but here for this project I'm going to use 7mm hook. Okay, I'm going to use a bigger hook so that I can get a drape, nice loose and drapey textured top for me. Now if you want, you can hook size down or you can keep the same one. So if you're using same one superfine weight yarn, then you use 7mm hook, any color which you like, any type of yarn. It's not necessary cotton, you can use cotton blend, anything which you like. Okay, so it's preferred to use cotton yarn as it is for summer. Okay, so we are going to start now. For this top we are going to start from the bottom, work in the round, go till the armhole part. That section will create, then we'll divide it into two. Then from the armhole to the shoulder we are going to do into two panels, front panel and back panel. Okay, and then we'll attach it, then we'll create the arm and the neck opening. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding this, please write it down in the comment box and I will surely answer them. Okay, now we are going to start with a slip knot. Place it on the hook, and this is going to be the very easy and most super easy beginner friendly project for you. So you're just going to start chaining, no counting the chains yet, just chain. Now you're going to continue chaining till you get enough length that wraps around your hips or the widest part of your body. So for my hips I got 158 chains. Okay, so now this top is going to be for double XL size. Okay, so I made it loose for me, even looser than double XL. So I did 158 chains for my top. Now you have to just keep on chaining, get a good number of chains, get a good length of chain, and then wrap it around your hips without a stretch. It should match. Okay, you should get it wrapped around your hip without a stretch, no stretching. Okay, that's how you will keep your top as loose as you can. Okay, so I'm going to chain my 158 chains, and then I'll be back here and I'll show you how we are going to join it. So I've got my chains here. Okay, now what we are going to do, I know they're loose enough to see, So now you are going to just run your finger through the chains and make sure the front part is facing you. Okay, not the back, not the back hump. Okay, the front part is facing you between your thumb and forefinger. Just run it like this till you reach the end. Okay, see, in this way. And even if it is twisted, don't worry, we are only going to use one loop, so it will be done. So once you reach at the end, just insert your hook in the last chain, one loop only, insert like this, and then grab yarn, pull it through, and do a slip knot. Okay, that's how it's done. So we have made a chain. Okay, and now we are going to start working in rounds. So we are going to chain one and single crochet in the first chain only here. So what I do, I just grab one loop of it, just one loop, pull up the yarn and single crochet. Now this is the second chain here. We'll go in the top loop only like this and make the single crochet. Try to keep it as loose as you can. In the next chain, make a single crochet, and the next, just one loop on the top. Do it slowly and patiently. Okay, now if you can't get hold the loose things going running here and there, just pinch this stitches here on the hook and then pull through two. See, then in the next, pull through, hold it and pull through here. Okay, so in this way we are going to go in round, working in round, single crochet in each of the chain. Okay, till we reach at the end. So continue and I will see you at the end. Okay, I finished the round. Now you make sure that your circle is not twisted. Okay, and don't worry if they're looking very loose and not very nice. No problem, they will all be in line once they form, once we put more rounds in it. Okay, then when you reach at the start point, you're going to single crochet in the first stitch, first single crochet here, and slip stitch to join. Okay, so we have joined this part. Okay, then chain one, single crochet in the first one, single crochet in the next. So here the loops are very nice and big, and you can check them by just viewing like this. So your hook can go inside. So at this point I would like to mark my first stitch. Okay, at this point I would like to mark my first stitch with a stitch marker, because as we are working in rounds it becomes difficult to see. Okay, and then continue my single crochet round just like this, slow and steady. So work your single crochet all the way around and I will see you soon. After you finish the second round, we have the stitch marker here. We are going to remove the stitch marker, slip stitch in that first single crochet, okay, slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet in the first place, single crochet in the next, mark the first single crochet and move on, okay, and we are going to put single crochet rounds till we get the height of the top from the bottom till the armhole, okay. So in this way, please keep in mind that this stitches are meant to be loose, okay, so please make sure that you keep a loose tension, loose as you can, okay. The more loose it is, the more drapey and more beautiful it will be. So if you feel even with this 7 mm hook, you find your stitches are still tight enough, tighter, then you can go for 7.5 or 8 mm also. You can increase the hook size, okay. So you don't worry about the loose ones and the edging which is coming loose and even. It's just going to make it look more beautiful, okay. Don't worry about that. So now once you keep on putting your rounds, you're just going to measure them in this way. Just lay it flat and measure them in this way. So you're going to measure from here. Now I'm going to make for 27 inches, okay, so I'm going to measure from 27 in this way, okay, counting from the down till I reach over here. From 8 inches till this here is going to be my armhole opening, okay. This part is going to be my armhole opening. So from 8 till 27 is going to be my down part, the middle section, or after the armhole till the height of the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to start measuring from the bottom in this way. Do not stretch, do not do anything, just measure it, okay, in this way. Add 5 rows, add 5 rounds, measure your work. Add more 5 rounds, measure your work, okay. So this is how you're going to measure your work and continue putting till you reach just before the armhole opening. Now if your armhole is 7 inches, so you're going to stop here. If it is 8 here, if 10 you want to keep, it's here. So whatever your length is, you're going to work that part, okay. So this is the middle section, so we are going to work this in rounds only, just for go into rounds. Don't forget to mark your first stitch so that it becomes easy for us when we reach the last stitch and slip stitch in the first single crochet, okay. One more thing, don't forget to skip this false stitch, okay, the stitch which we did slip stitch in the previous row. Don't forget to skip that, okay. And then continue doing that, and I will see you when I have finished my section. So okay, once you've finished doing the length you need, okay, from the armhole till the bottom, how much you need, then we are going to do is we are going to count the stitches, number of stitches we have, and divide it into 2, and then put a stitch marker where it is half. Okay, if one stitch is extra, so if you can put in either side, we will adjust it while we are doing the armhole. Okay, so you don't need to worry if one stitch is extra or less. Just make it in two halves, and then we are going to go for the next part, that is from the armhole to the up part, and then we can adjust it that one stitch. Okay, so after you finish, I'm going to remove my stitch marker here. So this is my starting row. So after this, we are going to slip stitch two times in the two stitches. So one stitch and second stitch. So go here, slip stitch, go in the next and slip stitch. Okay, so remember to keep your slip stitches loose, then chain one and single crochet in the same place. Okay, then single crochet in the next and in the next. Now before I go further, I'll just mark my first stitch here. Okay, so that I know where I started. Now I'm going to single crochet all the way till the stitch marker here and just stop before two stitches. This is the stitch marker here, this stitch. So 1 2. Okay, this will be my last single crochet over here. Okay, so before the two stitches I will stop, and then I'll put my last single crochet over here. So I will show you what I mean. Okay, so you go ahead and single crochet till you reach your stitch marker place, and I will show you what I said. Okay, so continue and I'll see you soon. So here I have reached, this is my stitch marker and I have two stitches left. So my last stitch will be here, and there will be one stitch before the stitch marker. So you're going to stop over there, that's the last space, then chain one, then we are going to turn our work, and now we are going to work back and forth. Okay, all this time we were working in rounds, but now it will be back and forth. Okay, till we get our 8 inches. For me it's 8, so if it is for you 7 or 10, whatever number it is, from the armhole till the shoulder part, you're going to work single crochet row back and forth till you get to the end. Okay, no decreasing, no increasing, just straight panel of single crochet rows. Okay, so here's my stitch marker is here where we started the row. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker here. Okay, put my last single crochet in that, chain one and turn my work. Okay, then I'm going to put first single crochet in that, then the next, and in all the stitches till I reach the other end of the row. Okay, so just a single crochet row back and forth. Remember to keep your tension a little loose. If you find that your tension is becoming still tighter with this hook too, you can go and increase a hook size. Okay, but this is a very good way to get a loose drapey look for your outfit. Okay, with a bigger hook size. So continue working back and forth. the rows. Okay, and then you're going to just keep on measuring. This is going to be a little different design than this round pattern here, so no problem with that, and that's how we want it. Okay, so now you're going to just measure it from down here. So this is where we have started, so from here you're going to measure your work. Okay, so I have got almost 1 inch over here, so I'm going to go till I get my 8 inches. So I'm going to work back and forth rows till the 8 inches for this panel. Okay, and when I finish this panel, I'll come back here and then we'll do the next panel, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so you work your rows till you get from the armhole to the shoulder, back and forth. This will be the last stitch over here, so you're going to put your last single crochet here, then chain 1, turn, and come back this side. Okay, so carry on from now, and I will see you very soon when I finish this panel. Okay, okay, here I have finished the back panel. Okay, and it is my 8 inches from here. Okay, see over here it is more than 8 inches only. When it is stretched, it goes like that. Okay, so this is my 8 inches done. So now once we have finished the front back panel here, one panel, so there will be no difference in front panel and back panel, both will be same. Okay, once we have finished, now we are going to go to do the other panel. Okay, now see, here is the stitch marker, so we are going to start from here. So after the stitch marker we have left one stitch, so we are going to skip one stitch after the stitch marker here, and then we are going to work in this stitch here. Okay, so we are skipping one, and in the next one placing my hook, take my yarn, make a slip knot. Okay, place it on the hook, pull it through, hold it, chain 1 and single crochet in the same place. Okay, then single crochet in the next, and in all the other stitches till you reach the end. Now for the end, as we did at the first, so here is the part where I skipped one stitch and then started in the next stitch. Okay, so this is the false stitch, so we are not going to count that. So I'm going to skip one stitch and stop over here. Okay, if you want, you can just put a stitch marker to know for you where you have to stop. Okay, we are not going to count this false stitch, but one stitch we are going to skip here, and we are going to stop. Our last single crochet for this row will be here where we have put a stitch marker. Okay, so I'm just going to make single crochet in each stitch. I'm working on my tail as I'm going. You can do it as so, or you can weave it in later. Feel free to decide that. Okay, and I will see you once I reach the stitch marker. Here I have reached my stitch marker place. My last stitch, as I said, will be in the stitch marker. Chain 1, turn my work, and single crochet in the first stitch, in the next, and all the way till the end. So we are going to do the same thing, putting single crochet rows back and forth till we reach to the length of 8 inches, or you can just simply count the rows you did for the first panel and do the exact same. Like if you have done 20 rows, you're going to do 20 rows here too. Okay, so continue doing that, and I will see you once it is finished. And then we are going to create a neck opening and sew in the shoulder parts. Okay, so take your time, go ahead, create the 2 panels, and I'll be soon here. So okay, here I have finished my both the panels. This is one panel and this is one panel. Both are equal, okay, have same number of rows. So okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to go for the shoulders now. We are going to connect the shoulders part for this. Okay, so for that I'm going to keep 15 stitches this side and 15 stitches the other side here. So now what I will do is I will count 15 stitches from this panel. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. Okay, and then put a stitch marker over there so that I know where I have to do. Then 15 stitches on the other side. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, and then both join together. Okay, so this is the part we have to attach. Now the other side, I'm going to mark 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So here, then this side, there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, and both attach. So where my stitch marker is there, that will be my last stitch for attaching. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are at the right side of the top. Okay, this is where we worked in the round, so it is the right side. So I'm just going to flip it inside out. Okay, here. So now I am in the inside part. Okay, and this is where we are going to attach our shoulder part. Okay, so for attaching you can do single crochet or the whip stitch or any other stitch you like to. Now see, this is my last stitch here, so I'm going to insert my hook like this in this from the front which is facing me inside my hook, because my yarn stoppage has come that side, so I'm going to do this side. Then insert in the first one, pull up the loop like this, then we have 2 loops, pull through, and that's the first single crochet. So now we have the yarn following how we need. Okay, so we'll go in the next, one from this side, one from that side, pull up with the yarn, make a single crochet. So now as you see here, I'm going to take this stitch and this stitch. So as it is a loose one, it's easy to see, okay, both the stitches, and try to keep as loose as you can. Okay, keep your tension as loose as you can, because that will keep the flow correctly, otherwise it will cinch it hard and tight at the top. So I'm going to do all my 15 stitches, okay, like this. You can use your whip stitch also. Make sure that you keep a loose tension for whip stitching also, but I prefer single crochet. It is more better than whip stitching. For some project whip stitch works, but for this loose ones I feel single crochet works much better. Okay, so here you see this is the place where my stitch marker is there. So now I'm going to remove my stitch marker. Okay, and I'm going to put one last single crochet in that same stitch where stitch marker was there. Single crochet, chain 1, pull the yarn up, and snip it. Okay, don't need to keep much long tail because we'll just use that in weaving in. Okay, so now see, this is how we have attached the shoulder. Okay, now we are going to attach the other side. So okay, so we are going to start from the place where stitch marker is there. Okay, here, over here we are going to start. So I'll insert my hook in the first place where the stitch marker is there, then bring my yarn, make a slip knot, place it on the hook, pull it through, make a chain 1, then single crochet in the same place, and I'm going to keep my tail on top of the hook because I'm going to work on that. Okay, single crochet in the first place, single crochet in the next stitch, both the single crochets together from both the panel. Okay, remember to pick up only the top loops of one side and top loop of the other side, and single crochet very loosely. Okay. Now if you don't want to work your tail while going, work on your tail, then you can weave it on later. Okay, okay, once you finish, just chain 1, pull the yarn high, and snip. Okay, we are going to weave in all the tails later on. Okay, so we have both the shoulder attached. Okay, here this part also is attached, and this is the neck, and this also attached. So now what we are going to do is flip it again inside out, bring it in the right side. Okay, so this is how it is done, and our top is ready. If you want sleeves, now you can go for it. This is the time I'll show you how to make the sleeves. Okay, but if you want to skip, you can keep the top as it is. It's up to you. Okay, so now we'll do the sleeves, and you are going to do exactly the same thing for the other sleeves also. Whatever I'm going to show for this sleeve, just the same. No right and left, just follow the instructions and you'll be able to do it perfectly. So okay, so now we are going to work for the sleeves. Okay, so for that you are going to take the middle portion here. So now you see we have 3 stitches in the middle, 1, 2 and 3 stitches. So in the middle one, okay, we are going to insert our hook and then bring the yarn, make a slip knot, place it on the hook, pull it through, chain 1 and single crochet in the same place. Single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in this corner which you find here. Now we are going to just single crochet in each and every space we find, because as we have used bigger hook, we have a good space difference here. Okay, so we are going to work in that only, so you will not struggle trying to find out the spaces where you have to work your single crochet. So just see the spaces here and put a single crochet, nothing more. Single crochet all the way till you reach the end, and I will see you there. Okay, so here I have worked my single crochet all the way around, even the corner. Okay, even this corner space, all the spaces here, single crochet till the end, and then slip stitch and join in the first stitch. Okay, then chain 1, single crochet in the first one, single crochet in the next and the next, and all the way around till you reach the end, slip stitch and join. So now you're going to follow this step for how many rounds you need for the length of your sleeves. Okay, you can do 10 rounds, 20 rounds, as many as you need. Okay, so this is how your first sleeve will be. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to start your second sleeve also the same way, but I just remember that for the other side we have the slip stitches here. Okay, so this is the side, so this will be considered as the one stitch. Okay, you can see these 3 spaces here, these are the joints here, these are the joints. Okay, here, so this is the one space here and one space here, so we have 3 space. So for this sleeve you're going, this is the attaching part we did for the body part of the top. So in this place you are going to attach your yarn, start your first single crochet in this, then the next, okay, then it will be here, then all the spaces you find. If there is one or two stitches extra and this sleeve or other sleeve, no matter. Okay, don't worry about that. This is just a free flowing project, so there is no counting in this. Okay, so you're going to do this like this for the other side, then you're going to work in rounds, as many rounds you need. Okay, so I'm going to work on my sleeves, and I will show you once I have done both mine, and I will tell you how many rounds I worked, how much long I did, the length of it, and then we'll do a little variation for the neck part, and that is also optional if you just want it. Okay, but I will show you. So first complete your sleeves, then meet me back here and we'll go for the neck. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Okay, so here are my sleeves. I have done them, I've finished. So I have put 20 rounds of each, for each sleeves 20 rounds. Okay, so this is the length of my sleeve. Okay, so you can increase the rounds and make as many you want. So this is the neck. Okay, so it's up to you how big your length, how big your sleeves you want. Okay, so as I had said, I would do something little different for the neck part, and this is just an option. If you want, you can do it or you can skip it, because as it is, the top is perfectly ready. Okay, so for this, what we are going to do is we are going to thread some beads like this, beads, or you can take the pink color or red, whichever color you like. Okay, the small ones, maybe I don't know, you can just see the size here. Okay, the small ones. Okay, you're going to thread them up. Now here you can decide that you want one side of the neck or you want the whole round. Okay, so you're going to count the number of stitches we have here, and that many beads will be used. Okay, you're going to yarn them, you're going to thread them like this for the yarn. Okay, and then we are going to start attaching them for the neck area. So now the hook size, you can go with the same hook, 7 mm, or you can hook size down to 6 mm. Okay, so it's totally up to you. If you take a smaller hook, the neck will be little bit small, it will cinch down as you go, but if you take 7 mm, it will remain as it is. So it's up to you totally how you like, how you want your neck to be, a little bit cinched down or same as it is. So you're going to make a slip knot and one side of the shoulder. Okay, one side where the shoulder is attached, and that last stitch where we did our last single crochet for the shoulder for attaching, in that stitch we are going to go. Okay, that stitch. So for that we are going to work from inside of the top, not, we are not going to attach from here outside, but from inside like this. Okay, place your yarn on the hook, cinch it down, bring it out, chain one and single crochet in the same place. Okay, then we are going to bring the beads up. You can bring one at a time or 4 or 5 at a time. Okay, so one bead comes here in front. Okay, after the single crochet, then single crochet in the next, leaving the bead outside like this, and then single crochet, then bring the bead again here. Okay, then insert your hook in the next stitch, pull the yarn, make sure the bead is outside here, then single crochet. So what we are doing is we are putting the beads in front of our neck. Okay, then we'll bring the bead up before making the next single crochet. Insert a hook in the next stitch, pull the yarn, make sure the bead is placed nicely there, and make this single crochet. Make sure that you don't make it a tight single crochet, try to keep it loose. Okay, bring the next bead and then make a single crochet. Bring up the next bead and make a single crochet. Okay, so in this way you're going to continue making the single crochets here. Okay, so this is the little twist I was talking about. Okay, so you're going to continue doing that till you reach to the next part here. Okay, and after you do here, then you're going to skip the middle part, this where we stitch. This is the last stitch here, and then directly you'll go here. So you reach over here and meet me over here, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so continue making single crochet round with the bead in between. Okay, and I will see you very soon. Okay, see here I have already done for all the stitches here. Okay, and now this is where we have joined the shoulder. So this is the last stitch here where we have joined. So I will put my last bead over here. I did my single crochet here, I put my bead, and then I go to the next stitch here. So I'm skipping this joint here. Okay, here, and then going there, making the single crochet, then bring the bead up and working on the other side, make a single crochet. So continue this till the end, and I will see you over there at the end, and I'll show you how we are going to attach. So here, see, I have left with this one stitch here. So I'm going to bring my last bead here out, put a single crochet in that, and then one last bead here in between, and then slip stitch in the first single crochet which we did, slip stitch to join. Okay, chain one, pull the yarn high. Okay, and snip it up. Okay, so you see, this is how our neck is done. Okay, don't forget that when you're doing your last stitch, after you do your last stitch, before the slip stitch, bring the one bead here. Okay, if you're doing the whole round like me, or if you're doing one side only, just you can start at the starting here one shoulder and end it over to the other shoulder. Okay, but I have done the whole round, so as you see, it is looking and beautiful and very nice touch. So I had beaded up 2 extra in case I miss a counting, or sometimes miscalculations happens. So you will want to bead up 2 beads extra. Okay, and if in case you bead up less, then what you're going to do when you finish, when you have no beads on your yarn, you're going to cut the yarn, add more beads to the main or yarn ball, then attach it to the working yarn which we are working with, and then continue as same. Okay, now we are going to just weave in this tail, and our work is done here, and our top is perfectly ready. So this is how it was going to be, and we have a beautiful top ready for us. Okay, yeah. With a beautiful neck. Okay, I just love it. So to write down in comments what you think about this extra effect which I did for the neck, and how you like this top. Okay, this beautiful top, very easy, very loose, very comfortable. So I hope you enjoyed making with me this top as much as I did. I loved it because it was very easy, as I was using a big hook, and very fun. So hope to see you in our next video, something more fun. So till then, take care and bye bye.